Holy hell. Okay, now that I'm done with the Rattler, we can look at the figures, our characters here. Now the back creates a beautiful mural here of the Rattlers flying through, dropping bombs, causing mayhem. Very cool. The side also completes a very cool sort of diorama picture here. You have the Rattlers flying through the top on each one. You have the Baroness, Weasel, and just a random sort of pilot Cobra trooper. This is worthy of displaying, whether the back or the side. They knocked it out of the park with this one. I really do like when they do that sort of packaging. I know the Black Series does it with theirs, so maybe they're taking inspiration a little bit in there. The side, or I should say the other side over here, doesn't really do a mural or anything, but it does have some interesting colors, art and stuff. Different art of the Rattler below the characters, looking very cool. We have a nice symbol of the Cobra Rattler, and then we have the patch for each, or the 3 patches that we got, representing each of the characters or figures, whatever you want to call it. Here they are in box, so you can see this guy corresponds with this patch here, looking very cool. And yeah, he's a Cobra Rattler gunner, very exciting. This guy is the one I really did want, Cobra Wild Weasel. I love the pilots and like sort of vehicle drivers that Cobra has, and unfortunately so far those have been locked behind Haslab. So like his tank driver, and now Weasel here is locked behind this Haslab. And then you do have a top there. They all have the same, just different numbers. But I'm excited for him. But also this updated, or just different version of Baroness. You have the patch here that corresponds with her. If we can get it to focus here. Focus. There it is. Looking very cool. There's the top. Excited to get her as well. But yeah, I'm gonna open them all up, and I'm gonna do a sort of quick fire just to get them out of the way, done. Because it's just way too hot in here. And I mean, there's some new stuff, some old stuff that we've seen before. Very exciting. Oh my goodness. Oh. Whew. Everything has been a workout lately. I just wanted to show off the little patches here. They don't have any Velcro or anything, so I believe you need to sew it onto something, whatever you want to put it on. But this one's pretty cool, in reference to that thing over there. Very cool. But this is associated, or was on the packaging for this guy, and I thought they would have. Oh, they do! They have a tiny little patch on his shoulder here with their corresponding shoulder, patch, whatever you want to call it. So this one was for Wild Weasel. There it is. Except it's black here, so there's that. There's that difference there. And this one is for the Baroness. Yep, there it is. That is pretty neat, I will say. I do like that. But yeah, those are the patches. Thought I'd show them off because they were a tier for this Haslab. But that being said, man, I'm not only out of shape, it's just super fucking hot. Let's start with the trooper here. I don't want to linger on each one of them either for too long. We do have a sort of Afro-American gentleman here. Or also kind of like Puerto Rican, heck, even a little Mexican. But I mean, being racist and all, I'd say more Afro-American because of the hair. I mean, typically they have more of the. I'm gonna shut up before they cancel me. But we do have a white boy over here, blonde, slicked hair. In case you wanna change it up a little. He does come with the helmet, which is very cool. Little Cobras there, green visor, nice little details. He does come with this sort of face mask for the helmet, which is red. Would have been cool if it was just matching the black, because Wild Weasel also has the red. He comes with 2 of the same pistols, which I believe are brand new. No hole for blast effects, but sculpted pretty well. You have these things, which I still haven't figured out. You have the thingamabob for the helmet, for the mask, air, whatever you want to call it. And then we have a new rifle here, sort of a submachine gun, removable magazine. Looks cool, red dot. And this one does have a hole for blast effects, so it looks very cool. Articulation wise, he's actually pretty agile. Arms go out about that much. You have your bicep swivel, of course. Double jointed arms, very good. You have vertical hinges on both hands, so they both go up and down. You have another patch over here, Cobra Airborne. You have this sort of little vest thing. And then you have this other overlay, I believe, over the torso. So it's a vest, this sort of jacket piece, and then it's the torso. But he can crunch forward about that much. He does have waist swivel. He can look up pretty far and down pretty well. Pivot, kick forward, out. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. You do have a boot swivel down here and then hinges back and forward. Very, very nice. Now putting on the helmet, you do have to peg these into the side here. As such, it might be a little difficult, but hey, that ain't half bad. That looks rather cool. And then you do have the sort of respirator thing, which, there it is. Hole, peg, simple enough, plug it in. This goes into his face. And that's what happens when you don't have your proper equipment. I'm making do with what I have right now. But yeah, that's supposed to go on the side there. And that looks pretty cool if you ask me. You do have pistol holsters here, which I'm trying to access. Boom, there you go. And another one on this side for both pistols. And yeah, these I assume just go on the thighs, which I'm not too sure why they designed it this way. Oh, they do have a shape. I am so stupid. They do have a shape to them, a certain cutout. So this, whoa, we don't want to lose that. So there is a cutout. So this goes on this side. There you go. Okay, I get it, but why not just sculpt it on there? Okay, because that's how they're gonna do it, fine. I just whipped that thing out. Yeah, this thing isn't like porting in all the way. Oh, there it goes. I think it's more secure in there. And there we go. Oh no, it popped off. Oh my goodness. It's the only thing. There it goes. It's the only thing I don't like about, you know, pegs and stuff, especially with super soft plastic. But there it is. I mean, there's the trooper. He looks very cool. Lots of blue detail. Shut off the patch. There's the back. Very, very nice. So moving forward, we're going to look at Weasel here. One of my most anticipated Cobra members. Arms go out about that much. It's gonna be, before I do the articulation, it's the same mold as the trooper here, except for the torso. That's different. But other than that, everything else is the same. I'm not gonna go through articulation again. Just the torso, just to show how much he crunches back and then rotate. Okay. And then the head. because each head sculpt is done differently, but there you go. Everything else is the same. Everything feels smooth. You know, just a manhandling him here. Looking pretty good. Now the head sculpt for this guy is pretty cool. He's already gashed up, kind of like scrap iron, you know? Similar vibes. There's the hair. There's the sculpt. I believe the crotch is different. Yeah, different crotches. Still the same mold, I believe. I don't want to misinform you guys, but yeah, same mold, same everything, just different paint apps, different colors, and a different crotch piece and vest. That's cool. So they did the same thing. There's a vest here, which you could remove if you really wanted to, and then a different torso overlay, which looks cool. You have his little sort of scarf handkerchief in there. Cool looking guy. What's cool about this guy as well is that he comes with a battle damaged helmet here. Now that looks awesome. I believe that should go over. No, I had it right. There you go. So that looks very cool, and I believe there's a battle damaged sort of face mask thing, which is this one. It just has scratches and dirt all over it, but you can still sort of plug one side in. Well, you can plug it in all the way. But yeah, that is cool looking. You know, the Rattler got a battle damage piece, and now he can be battle damaged as well. But for the time being, I think we're just gonna do the regular helmet here. And he does not have anything special like a Cobra or anything going through the helmet, but still looks very cool. You do have the same kind of system where you have to peg these in on the side. If I can get it. There we go. And it's gonna be kind of, this head is kind of wobbly. Yeah, it is kind of wobbly. Well, there's that. You have the same pieces here for the thighs, and again, they are coated with shapes, so just to make sure to align them properly. I need to align my camera properly, but there that goes. I don't know how I feel about that. Like over time, maybe they'll just fall off. But he also has his iconic sort of map on the thigh, which was very iconic to the vintage one. And I think I put it on the wrong side. I don't know. But that is very cool that, you know, they did that with this guy. And you have one for the other side. I believe I did put them wrong. I don't know. But yeah, that is very cool. We do have some detail there. Praise Cobra, find the pit, destroy G.I.Joe. Is his mission. That's very cool. You have the same pistol over here as the Cobra Trooper, so just put it in there. And then you have the same system with the mask, so plug on the side and into the mouth. You know, I already kind of showed how to do that. Let's move on to the Baroness. Alright, time for the main figure that I think a lot of people kind of more or less were more excited for in this Rattler is the Baroness. I'm just gonna say, this is the best looking Baroness so far that we've gotten. The best articulated one. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. She's just amazing looking. She articulates well, as I mentioned, and I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna have a lot more fun with this Baroness, with how agile or how much more agile she is than any of the other Baronesses we've gotten. I know we have the Crimson 3-pack one. She was okay. I had my issues with it. Those of you who follow my channel, you can also go into my shorts and see what happened to that one. But the other ones we've had are like very lackluster. I mean, they're agile, but not as agile as her. With that being said, let's dive in. She does come with this tiny little pocket thing that you can put on the center there. I think that's my only complaint with this Haslab, is that there's tiny little pieces that may or may not go missing, like these thigh, oh god, like these little thigh pieces that go on the thighs. Oh, almost dropped the camera. Stabilize, stabilize. Oh, let's not lock onto that. Let's look at this figure. You have the patch here, and her actual patch on this side. You have this sort of piece there, like red, kind of like comfort thing. You have her belt, which does ride up a little bit. I believe he should be a little lower as such. But yeah, I mean, she's just in this sort of flight suit. I mean, the boots have some nice detailing there, kind of like leathery. And then you have the bottom with the gold. But yeah, it just looks very cool. Even the gloves are that kind of same texture as the boots. But yeah, the head sculpt there looks gorgeous. You can remove a hair, and then you do have some secret earrings in there. And I think this is where her versatility just comes in. I mean, look at how different she looks with a different hairstyle. I don't think we've ever seen the Baroness in any other kind of hairstyle so far. So that looks amazing. And then we do have a long hair, different hairpiece. Okay, not my favorite, but it's there. It's an option. I think for sure the best one is going to be this one here. I just love that. I love that on her. She looks amazing, and obviously the long hair. But yeah, she just looks amazing with this type of hair. Glasses wise, she does come with her itty bitty glasses, which I am afraid to break or lose. And we'll see if they can slide in with the hairpiece in there. Oh, it doesn't seem like they can. Okay, no, I was able to. Ooh, she looks even better with glasses on. Look at that. She looks phenomenal with the glasses on. I mean, that's just the Baroness, and they are see-through, so you can still see her eyes. Oh, man. Yeah. This is probably one of my favorite classified figures so far. I'm going to show off the her guns real quick. Again, sort of gold plated. You have two pistols, the same, with blast effects holes at the front. And then you have her iconic, more like vintage inspired rifle here, looking very cool. And then the scope has some green on the front and the back, and hole for blast effects. So this is very neat to see, you know, a callback to the vintage toy of her. We do have the headphones here, which I believe were recently reused for heavy duty, maybe. They look the same, just maybe a different scale, like sized differently, so it actually fits her smaller head. But they go over the glasses and the hair just nicely. Looks very cool. And then we do have, like I mentioned, this tiny itty bitty pouch, which just goes, which kind of just plugs in like that, which I don't feel very safe about leaving on there. But with her helmet, helmet wise, let's see, does it only fit with her without any hair? I don't know if you can put a piece of hair down there. Well, this is why I'm here, to experiment. Let's see. We'll try it with this hair because it looks the flattest and the leanest. Maybe this is what this hair is meant for. So you can put... Oh, no, I don't want to... I don't want to risk that. Never mind. We'll just put it on without any of her hair pieces on there, just to be safe. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, you do also have the mouthpiece here, which is going to help cover the gappiness in there. Oh yeah, she looks cool. She looks ready. And then she has a much more simpler piece, similar to the little pouch here. It's just going to go in the center as such, and then into the helmet, which is probably going to limit how much you can move the head with that on. So I'm just going to remove the helmet. I mean, it looks cool. I love the helmet edition, but I think I got to stick with the other piece here. That's how I'm going to be displaying her. But I said she does have great articulation, so she can look up about that much. Down, she can tilt her head. Arms go up about that much. Have some butterfly joint. Crunch forward. Back, she can kick forward, out. Upper thigh cut. And that happened again, but double jointed knees. And then we do have boot swivel, feet go back, forward, and then you do have some ankle pivot. Yeah, you do. There you go. And then, you know, holes at the bottom for stands and whatnot. But yeah, just a fantastic figure here. I'm very happy with how she turned out. With that being said, I think that mostly does it for this review of Cobra Rattler figures. We only get the 3 compared to the 4 that we got with the Dragonfly and the 4 that we got with the His Tank. So we only get a total of 3 this time around, but very nice additions to the collection. Very happy to have these 2 here. He's a bonus, looks cool, just fodder for the Rattler. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in future videos.